It's been years. But the events are still etched in my memory. Lost worlds, frozen in time. New discoveries, waiting behind every door. Across every chasm. I didn't know then the path this adventure would send me on. But it lit a fire that still burns. I need to see more. I need to go further. To uncover the secrets of Atlantis. Some legends are destined to be retold.
For decades, Tomb Raider taught the masses that adventure meant ruins, pistols, and a lone figure against time. But Legacy of Atlantis suggests something quieter, heavier, and more deliberate. This is not Lara Croft chasing treasure, this is Lara Croft chasing truth, through memory, myth, and submerged history. While the masses look for spectacle first, the elite notice the shift in tone, in pacing, and in intent. This is Tomb Raider asking what happens when the past refuses to stay buried. Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis is positioned not as a reboot and not as nostalgia bait. It operates as a narrative continuation, layered on top of the Survivor-era Lara, but older, sharper, and less forgiving. For the masses, this feels like another sequel in a long-running franchise. For the elite, it feels like consolidation, identity before reinvention. The title alone matters. Atlantis is not chosen because it is exotic. It is chosen because it represents civilization erased by its own arrogance.
We also wondered how to take areas that might have been just background images in the old game and now fully realize that in 3D, how to update the camera and controls, and how to transform memorable moments that we all as players experienced into something reimagined today. When you fought a T-Rex in the original, how does that become an epic moment of action and adventure capable of creating a new, memorable experience for someone who never experienced it the first time? And if you're a long-time fan, now you can experience it for the first time again. And we're very excited about the surprises and everything new that can be added to this reimagining of Legacy of Atlantis.
Myth framed as warning, not fantasy. In this meta, Tomb Raider pivots away from pulp adventure and leans toward mytho-archaeology, where discovery carries moral cost. Industry chatter and developer signals point toward a more unified Lara Croft canon. One Lara, one timeline, one psychological through-line. That means this game is less about becoming a hero, and more about reckoning with one you already are. Atlantis has always lived at the edge of Tomb Raider lore, referenced more as concept than location. Legacy of Atlantis turns that implication into anchor. This is not a city you stumble upon accidentally. It is a civilization Lara investigates through texts, broken machines, submerged ruins, and conflicting oral histories. The lore framework appears to treat Atlantis not as magical, but as technologically advanced to the point of collapse. Knowledge outpacing wisdom. Sound familiar? Lara's role here shifts subtly. She is no longer only an explorer. She becomes a historian navigating misinformation, propaganda, and intentional erasure. That aligns with modern archaeological ethics, where discovery is about interpretation, not ownership. The masses may follow the map markers. The elite listen to what the ruins are actually saying. Don't follow the crowd, follow the aura. Legacy of Atlantis is expected to continue the modern Tomb Raider blend of traversal, survival combat, and environmental puzzle solving. but the emphasis appears to shift towards systemic exploration. Less corridor climbing, more layered spaces. Less combat frequency, more consequence per encounter. Traversal reportedly leans into verticality and submersion. Collapsed structures, underwater passages, pressure systems, and unstable architecture. Movement is less heroic fantasy and more controlled risk management. Combat exists, but it is not the headline. Enemies guard knowledge, not just territory. Taking a life feels heavier, slower, less arcade clean. This is not about body count, it is about intrusion. In the current meta of action-adventure games, restraint is becoming power. Legacy of Atlantis seems aware of that trend, and deliberately resists excess.
LARA Croft is my idol. She's the reason I became the person I am today.
I personally really disliked it at the time, and I know a lot of other people did too.
One of the most interesting shifts lies in Lara herself. This is not the wide-eyed survivor of her origin story. This is a woman who has seen artifacts weaponized, cultures exploited, and good intentions cause irreversible harm. Her dialogue reflects doubt, introspection, and fatigue. Not weakness, but wake. She questions why stories survive while people vanish. Legacy of Atlantis frames Lara less as destiny-driven and more as choice-driven. Every dig site becomes a moral negotiation. Every revelation carries downstream effects. This is educational storytelling disguised as adventure. It asks players to think about colonial frameworks, information ownership, and historical responsibility. And it does so without turning into a lecture. The masses will still see puzzles and climbing. The elite see subtext watching every step. Don't follow the crowd. Follow the aura. While official details remain controlled, industry movement around Tomb Raider reveals intent. The franchise has been openly discussed alongside modern engine upgrades, narrative unification, and long-term brand alignment. That suggests publishers want Tomb Raider to exist as a durable platform, not yearly noise. There is also broader industry pressure. Adventure games are evolving. Players expect depth, not just scale. Lore coherence matters more than ever, especially in franchises with decades of history. Legacy of Atlantis fits that pressure cleanly. It offers myth without magic bloat, history without simple villains, a playable space where curiosity is not automatically rewarded. This is not Tomb Raider chasing trends. It is Tomb Raider waiting for the right moment to move.
Some crazy, like where she was like upside down on that bridge, like, I'm like, geez,
Yeah.
the core.
For me, this was a game that or a series of games that, well, I never had it, but some friends did, so I didn't play it there. So I think it's a remake. Some of that stuff feels.
It looks
familiar.
like old, animations,
Yeah.
just with real good graphics.
Yeah.
Atlantis works because it is unresolved. There is no single truth, only layers of interpretation. That mirrors modern historical discourse perfectly. Legacy of Atlantis uses that ambiguity intentionally. The player is never handed a clean answer. You assemble meaning from fragments and live with uncertainty. In an era obsessed with certainty, this is bold. It trusts the player's intelligence. It respects silence. This is where Tomb Raider separates itself from spectacle-driven competitors. It does not want to impress you with scale alone. It wants to stay with you after the controller is down. For the elite, this is evolution. For the masses, it may feel slow. That gap is intentional. Don't follow the crowd, follow the aura. Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis is not trying to be louder than its lineage. It is trying to be truer. It understands that myths survive not because they are proven, but because they reveal something human. And Lara Croft, when written with restraint, remains one of gaming's clearest mirrors. If this direction holds, Legacy of Atlantis will not redefine Tomb Raider through shock. It will redefine it through patience, consequence, and respect for history. Don't follow the crowd, follow the aura.